Okay, are we starting? We're starting. What the? My hair looked good, but then I had to get up to get some lotion. Hello. I hope I don't have like a nip slip in this shirt. Second episode already getting a nip slip. That might not be great. Okay. Hi. I feel flustered today. My boyfriend gave me like a pop filter to put on here because if you watched last week's episode, I peaked the mic a lot. So I'm going to try not to this week, but yeah, I was trying to put it on. It was just not working. And also like took up so much space and I would show you, but I threw it on my bed. It doesn't really matter because I'm not using it, whatever. But, yeah. Hi. Okay. Slow start to the podcast. Welcome to the second episode of Braver and Sane with Allie, Sroka. I was about to whoosh my hair back, but then I was like, I have nothing under this shirt that's white. Like I said, don't want a nip slip. But I felt like confident in this shirt today. I was wearing like a black long sleeve, but I was like, I need something more bright. So I went with a beige, like an off beige white, so much more brighter, but better than black. Okay, we were feeling better today. We want to feel better today, so we're gonna look better. You know what I mean? Which, speaking of looking better, okay, last week, if you watched, I was saying how, like, I got the name of my podcast from my tattoo. And, oh my god, my laptop already sounds like it's dying. That's fun. But tomorrow, bitch, I'm getting 2 tattoos, and that's the most I've ever gotten in one time. Which, wow, 2? Yeah, fucking 2 tattoos. But still, 2 is a lot compared to 1. That's 50% more. That's double 2. And it's actually a really funny story about how I'm getting these tattoos, because I've been wanting tattoos, but living in the Chicago area, Chicago is very, like, bulky, big bolded letters, chunky, big, like, so much shading, like graffiti style font, which I like, I appreciate, but not for my body. I like more like dainty, like minimalistic tattoos, very trendy. But that's more like New York or LA style. But I found this artist that was very like minimalistic, and I was like, hello. I randomly found him on Instagram. I really don't remember how. And that was months ago. And then on my birthday, like literally on my birthday, I was about to leave to go to the city, and this guy messaged me and he's like, can you do a consultation today? And I was like today? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, it's my birthday. I was like, are you free tomorrow? Because I have work off tomorrow. And he was like, no, like today, or I can't do it till like April something. And this was like end of March. Okay. March 21st is my birthday. If you want to put in your calendars and remember so you can wish me happy birthday next year, thank you. I'll also take belated birthday wishes. But so I was like, I mean, I'm going to the city anyways. This guy's in the city. So I was like, we're going to make this happen. Okay. So we're going to the city, and my boyfriend's like, so do you know where you're going? And I was like, no. And he was like, do you know who this man is? And I was like, no, I don't. I didn't even know his name until we parked in the parking lot, and I like deep dived into his Instagram and like found him in a tagged photo and found out his name and like the actual name of the studio he works at, because I thought he was just like a private artist. So glad my boyfriend was with me. Otherwise I would have just been meeting a man I don't know in a place I've never been, which sounds very bad and not very smart, but I have good faith in people, which I know will probably get me in trouble in life. It has. I have faith in humanity. But so we go, and this guy is like super, this is who I am, this is what I do. He was like, no color, tell me what you want, I'll make a sketch, you come in day of, you see it, and that's it. And which is understandable. Artists, like tattoo artists, usually don't send out sketches previously to your appointment, because then you could just take to am I having a stroke? You can take their design and just go to a different artist and get it done from them. So that's understandable, but I was like, could we do like multiple sketches? Because the tattoo I'm getting, one of them is the biggest tattoo I've ever gotten and the most detailed. And he was like, no, one sketch. I was like, okay. But out of his 12 years of working, he said only 2 people have said no to his sketches. And he said one of them was because they had nipples in it. So it's like, okay. Don't know what that sketch was of. Probably a woman, most likely. But so I was like, okay, you know what? I trust you. You seem like a professional. Your work I've seen is good. So long story short, when this is being filmed, I'm getting them tomorrow. But once this is posted, I'll already have them. So next episode, baby, my tattoo's gonna be my tattoos. My arm's gonna be tatted. If you want to see those tattoos early, I'm probably gonna post it on my TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, AllieSonia7. But I'm getting, on my arms, and I'm hyped. I'm also really scared. This is the last tattoo I got, and it was like 2 years ago when I was having a mental breakdown, and I was just like, I'm gonna get a tattoo. It's gonna save my mental health. Which I saw a tweet recently that was like, depression isn't forever, but sex appeal is, bitch. And that's what tattoos are. Maybe not to everyone. My dad says they look like dirt. I think he's come around now, and I think he actually wants to get a tattoo now. But when we were growing up, and he was like, it just looks like people have dirt all over their arms when they have tattoos. And I was like, you mean the art? The art on their arms? Okay, Dad. Well, some people have bad tattoos. Okay, let's be real about it. Some people have really shitty looking tattoos, but still. And my mom, I remember when I said, like, the day after my birthday what I was getting, I could tell she was just like, you're getting that on your body? And I was like, I don't care what you think. I didn't actually say that, though, because she wasn't vocal about it. She's very passive-aggressive about her emotions. Anyways, let's not get into my family, because that will get me in trouble. I know one of my aunts or cousins or whatever, maybe even my parents are going to watch this, and then they'll be, like, pissed at me, but hold it in and be passive-aggressive about it, how they do. So, I need to put my hair back. Can't have a nip slip. Wow, I really shouldn't have worn this shirt, because I'm going to be self-conscious the whole time. That was nice. Or not be able to use certain footage because my nips are showing. Anyways, I always wanted to be an adult. Since I was younger, I was like, I can't wait to, like, grow up and go to college and do my own thing. And honestly, I still love being an adult. Like, being a kid was fun, but I would never want to go back. Especially because I think the best part of being a kid is, like, not giving a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, kids become, I believe, no one's fucking born insecure. No one's born without confidence. Okay, I think we all have it, but then the environment we grow up in and how we're treated just shapes that. Because, like, kids, like, some kids might be less outspoken than the other, and, like, maybe that's a genetic thing. I don't know enough about genetics, okay? Here, I don't have a PhD, bitch. But, like, I think we're all born a lot stronger than we usually end up turning out to be. But I think that's what's the fun part about being a kid is, like, you were just so honest, and you, like, literally didn't care. Like, one of my cousins, a couple of years ago, I think, she's a little older now. She's probably, like, 7 or 8 or something, but when she was littler, I had, like, really bad cystic acne at the time. Like, it was bad. Like, she's better now, but she was rough. And my little cousin one time was just like, what are all those red spots on your face? And it's like, wow, just pull my insecurity out of me and just, like, throw it to everyone that's around us. Like that. It's not the sweetest example. Wow, oh, there's spit. I already spat? Okay. It's not the greatest example, in regards to, like, fun, you know? It's a little darker. But it's just the point that, like, kids say whatever the fuck they want and they don't really, like, care. Like, they're just so honest and they, like, mean well. I think a lot of kids don't say things because, like, they're trying to be mean or rude. They just, like, don't have a filter, and it's just ignorance, and they're just trying to understand. And I think I'm still like that a lot. I still very much enjoy being honest and blunt and saying what's on my mind, because I think that's the best way to go about life. And obviously, like, as I got older, I realized I can say things in a little bit of a nicer tone or way, or phrase it a little differently, because sometimes people take things the wrong way. But that's the fun of being a kid, and I still have that, so I don't want to go back to that. But being an adult, man, finances are probably my least favorite thing. Okay? Obviously, I think that's everyone's. Money, like, it's so weird how we need money to live, but yet at the end of the day, it doesn't mean shit. Like, you can't take it with you when you die. You can't take anything with you die. And, like, it also ultimately doesn't make you happy. Like, obviously, money makes you happy if, like, to be financially stable would take so much stress. Like, to be able to buy yourself food, clothing, like, have a roof over your head would just take away that, like, initial layer of stress, of course. But at the end of the day, like, it's not going to make you happy. You know what I mean? So that's one of the stresses of being an adult. But honestly, the thing that I've found the most irritating recently is, like, cooking. Okay? I like cooking. It's fun sometimes. And I like cooking for myself, like I have for years now. But I just don't know what to eat anymore. Like, I never know what to make for dinner. And I have, like, the same three things on rotation. Like, every week, like, pasta, fried rice, salmon, okay? Just so exhausting, like, working all day and then coming home and being like, what am I gonna make for dinner? I have to wait for the fucking asparagus to roast to eat with my salmon? That sounds painful. Like, I want, bitch. But I guess that's, like, how we are nowadays. Like, we all just want things fucking just, like, done, ready, made for. I don't even have a microwave, bitch. I haven't had a microwave since I was, like, 7 years old, okay? Actually, that's a lie. When I had my own apartment, I did have a microwave in my apartment. And, like, it was nice at times. But honestly, microwaves suck. They heat up things unevenly. And then you're eating, like, a half warm, half cold meal. And I feel like things get colder faster when you heat them up. I'm really having a lot of strokes today. When you heat them up in the microwave. You know what I mean? I don't know. Does anyone else have that issue? Just, like, not knowing, like, what to eat? Ever? Speaking of eating, I know, like, to have a well-balanced diet, you should eat in variety. So you're not just getting the same nutrients every day. Like, you're getting nutrients from different foods, both macro and micro, okay? If you know what that is. Macro is, like, your carbs, protein, fat, and micro is, like, all your vitamins and minerals. Wow, quick nutrition lesson. Also don't have any PhD in that. But me, I eat the same thing for breakfast every day, and I have for, like, 3 years. And here's my thing. I've also heard that having a routine in the morning is so important because we only have so much brain energy in a day. Don't quote me on any of this because it's just knowledge I've picked up from podcasts and YouTube videos and books and things. So, like, probably credible sources, but it's all just filed very chaotically in my brain. But we only have so much brain energy in a day. So if you spend all of it in the morning deciding what to wear, where are my keys, what to eat, should I wash my hair, what kind of makeup should I put on today? Like, if you spend all this time making all these little, not really important decisions in the morning, you're not going to have as much energy throughout the day to problem solve and just fucking have conversations and figure shit out. Like, you're just not. And so, personally, it's so easy for me to just have a routine in the morning and eat the same thing, kind of, because it just makes my life easier. Like, I never wake up and make breakfast. I don't like to. Okay, I want my breakfast ready for me when I wake up. And what I eat for breakfast, let me tell you. Every morning, bitch, the first thing I do is wake up, have a cup of tea. Most likely green tea. I was a coffee person for like a year when I worked at a coffee shop and I got super into coffee. Drink it black, bitch. Get on my level. Okay. She's a I was gonna say rebel. Just because that doesn't make sense. She's hardcore, bitch, drinking black coffee straight. But that like made me too antsy, so I stopped. But tea's where it's at. Have a cup of tea. Eat a banana. I eat a banana every single day. Bananas are just so good. They're so good. Like, love bananas. And then I have 2 muffins that I make, and that is my breakfast. Okay, and I try to switch up my nutrients, okay? I'm not like a super crazy muffin lady. I mean, I guess I am because I eat it every day. But I make it with oat flour, so they're like basically oatmeal cups, okay? And I make like chocolate zucchini, carrot cake muffins, blueberry, apple cinnamon. I usually try to incorporate a fruit or a vegetable because I love being healthy into my muffins. and then usually put like some nuts on top, like some walnuts or like some almonds or pecans, get a little healthy fats in there. And bitch, that's my breakfast every day. Okay, and people have told me, like, you need to branch out, you need to try something new. Well, I make different muffins every week, okay? But then they're ready 6 days straight. Wake up, have my breakfast ready. Do you know how much easier that makes my life? And if I'm running late to work, I can just grab 2 muffins, throw them in a container, boom, ready to go. I ain't gonna be hungry, and bitch, I get hangry. I get so hangry. Don't believe me? Ask anyone close to me that I spend a lot of time with and or go out to eat with. I get very hangry. And I don't know how people skip breakfast. How do you skip breakfast? How is someone's life together, but they don't eat breakfast? I can understand if you're a person that you're just like, I don't feel hungry in the morning. You know what I mean? And like they have a bigger appetite later in the day. That makes sense. But someone who is just like too lazy or like just always forgets to eat breakfast? How are you alive? Like, I depend on breakfast. I wake up being like, breakfast time, bitch. What's up? Like, I love breakfast. Oh. Little intermission. Bring it back now. Ow, ow, oh, ow, ow, ooh, ah, ah, ah. I really feel like a musician with my microphone. Even though I can't sing. If anything, I could rap, but I don't really know about that. Saxophone deck like he's saving up and it hero in my Canada hip hop doesn't get that record. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm probably not gonna put that in. That's so embarrassing. I don't want to have that surfaced on the internet for the rest of my life. Did I shave my armpits? Okay. Fun fact: when I had COVID in like December, this is probably gonna sound really gross to people, but literally, who cares? Because that's life. But I just like didn't see anyone for 2 weeks besides my sister, because she had COVID too, and we were just like chilling together. But, like, I just wanted to see how long I could go without shaving my armpits. Like, see how long my hair would grow. Because I've never, like, known how long my armpit hair is. Like, when you're just a woman and you reach a certain age, you're just like, I'm shaving my armpits now. But your hair is still, like, the prepubescent hair. So it's, like, that little, well, mine was blonde, obviously. But that little, like, fuzzy blonde peach fuzz. And then you shave it and it grows back darker and thicker. And so I was like, I've just, like, shaved my hair my whole life, so I wonder, like, how long I could grow it. After, like, a certain point, I was just like, nah, this is too long now, so I'm gonna shave it off. Also, like, then I was, like, done quarantining, and I had to, like, go back into society, and I would, like, go to the gym, and I didn't really want to have hairy armpits, which I know, like, shouldn't care what other people think, bitch, I know, but also, like, I just didn't want to have super hairy armpits. You know, I was thinking about the other day, after starting this podcast, I was like, all I've really been consuming is other podcasts. You know, like, that's pretty much all I watch. I don't even really watch TV anymore. Sometimes I watch the Food Network. Love the Food Network. Guys, Grocery Games, Diners, Drive-In, and Dives, Beat Bobby Flay. Those are my shit, okay? I love cooking shows. But all I really watch is podcasts. Like, H3 Podcast, Whitney Cummings Podcast, Good For You. I sometimes watch Impulsive. I know the Paul brothers have a little controversies around them a lot, but depending on who the guest is, I'll watch Impulsive. What other podcast do I watch? I don't know. I watch a lot of podcasts, and I was like, wow, that's like all I consume. I feel like I should probably educate myself more or watch other things, because most of the podcasts too I watch like just have comedians on them, and I'm just, like, hearing about comedians and their lives. And, like, obviously they have funny and informative things to say. That's why I watch them. But I was like, wow, I really need to branch out. But then I met up with one of my friends who I went to college with yesterday. And he was like, I literally don't even watch podcasts. So, like, it's okay. You know, and so, like, at least I guess I watch something. Not that not watching anything is bad. Obviously, some people would rather, like, be in nature or, like, read a book or, like, dance or fucking hang out with actual real people and not just, like, eat dinner while watching a podcast and pretending like they're also eating dinner with you. I'm saying that for a friend. Definitely not me. I used to watch the news all the time. Like, I used to watch that, and then I was like, this is kind of just depressing. Like, the news just covers sad stories, and then they have one, like, feel-good story. It's always just like, there's a car crash on I-90, and fucking someone's house was broken into in the West Loop, and Like, if you're not from Chicago, you might not understand the references I'm making. But it just, too much politics. Like, I got too invested with politics this year because of, like, obviously the election was a big deal. And a lot of people were talking about it. And the country felt very divided. It was a weird time, especially with COVID and everything. But I was like, I need to take a step back. Like, I can get my politics from just looking up Google News, Apple News, whatever the kind of news I want to. Or, like, even Twitter. Probably not that. Probably not that credible. Okay, but, like, I still think Twitter can, like, lead to important stories. And then they have links for, like, legit news articles and whatnot. But maybe I should read more. One of my friends always wants to start a book club. And I'm like, I would love to, but I couldn't commit. You know what I mean? Like, the idea sounds nice. Okay, reading a new book, like, every couple weeks. Getting informed, learning about new things, getting a different, but it sounds like a lot of work. It sounds like a big commitment, and I don't think I could keep up. I'm looking at a book that I started, I think last year, Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty. It's a really good book, but I haven't finished it yet. And I think I'm, like, a little more than halfway through, but, like, I can't even commit to finishing that yet, let alone other books that people choose for me. You know what I mean? But, yeah, which I don't even, like, watch movies that much anymore, or TV. I really want to watch Love Island. I know it's, like, a reality love show, but I've heard so many people talk about it and said it's, like, really entertaining. Not that it would be very educational, but it seems like it'd be a feel-good show to watch while I'm snacking on something. But, speaking of movies, I watched Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Ruffalo, who I love. Leo is, despite whatever he is as a person, okay, I don't know that much about him besides he dates women that are probably far too young for him, and he's, like, an environmentalist now, but he's a great actor, can't deny that. And Mark Ruffalo, he's just, like, so sweet. I think, what's that movie, like, Just Like Heaven or something with Reese Witherspoon? One of my favorite movies ever that he's in. Anyways, I watched Shutter Island, okay, and I don't like scary movies. When I was younger, I watched Scary Movie 3, which is a parody of scary movies. And seeing, like, I think it was, like, The Rain or something in that movie traumatized me for, like, 3 months. Like, I couldn't look in a mirror. I think I had to, like, sleep in my parents' room. Like, I do not like scary movies. The last scary movie I watched was Dr. Sleep, which is the sequel to The Shining, which was very good. Very good. Also traumatized me for a couple weeks, but definitely recommend it. Anyways, I watched Shutter Island, okay, and it's not even like a horror movie, it's a thriller movie, but I cannot stand little girls. This is not going to spoil it, so if you still want to watch it, like, do it. It's a really good movie. It's like a psychological thriller, but little girls in movies that whisper, get the fuck away from, oh no, like, the last thing I want is a little girl standing by my bed being like, hello. What? No, absolutely not. Or, like, people who are, like, dead and then, like, are talking when they're dead, or, like, quote unquote come back to life, or, like, have a giant gash in their face because they died, but then they're like, hello. Like, absolutely fucking not. Like, no. I came home that night because I watched it at my boyfriend's house with him. And when I came back to my house, I couldn't walk through darkness. I ran, like, to my door, got inside, turned on my kitchen light, and I have to walk through my kitchen to get to, like, my hallway, to get to, like, my room. Okay, left that light on. Luckily, my sister came home later that night, so she probably turned off the light because it wasn't on when I woke up. But I would not walk through darkness. I was too scared, like. And I know I probably sound like a baby. If you've watched Shutter Island, you're probably like, Allie, what is wrong with you? That's not even a scary movie. And listen, I can logically agree that it isn't a scary movie. But no, it freaked me the fuck out. I definitely closed my eyes through a lot of it and still was very scared. Maybe if I watched it, like, in daylight, and then I could, like, go on about my day and think of other things, like, I'd be okay. But the fact, like, when you watch a scary movie in the darkness right before you go to bed, and then that's, like, the last thing in your head, is like those images or like the thought of that. No. No. Not here for it. Like, I don't understand the point of scary movies. Like, which I know Shutter Island is a Martin Scorsese movie, which is like a huge famous director. I think the only other movie I saw of his honestly was Wolf of Wall Street, which is another. Oh my god, so my camera got overheated again. I honestly, if this is gonna be an issue every week, I'm kind of upsetty spaghetti. How do people just like have great podcasts? I guess they have more expensive equipment. Maybe it's also because my laptop is like old. I got her. Maybe it'd be a him. I don't debate about my laptop's gender. Now I don't remember what I was talking about. Something about Martin Scorsese and how like he's a famous director and I should probably know that. I do know that, but like no more of his movies because I went to art school. Like I probably really need to watch like The Godfather. And what is that really fucking long movie that people always talk about? I don't know. I know we should probably like watch more historical, meaningful films. But also like looking back at old movies, they're just usually kind of offensive. Like when you watch them, there's just so many usually like racist and like sexist things in them that it's just kind of like, ooh, like that wouldn't be okay now. Which I guess obviously like you should still respect the piece of art that it was because people that know certain things weren't okay to an extent in older times because like that's just how the world worked and that's what people saw as okay. Anyways, enough about that. The other day, funny story. Okay, and kind of like gross. Listen, disclaimer, I take care of my teeth. The story may seem otherwise, but I do. But okay, I like looked in the mirror and saw like I had a little buildup in like my bottom teeth. Okay, probably because I eat a lot of ice cream. I didn't like eat ice cream for like 3 years because I thought it would make me fat. And then I met my boyfriend, and we were both like, we love Cold Stone. So now we get Cold Stone all the time. Anyways, so I saw some buildup, and I know my mom has one of those, like, kind of curvy, pointy, hooky, like, metal things that, like, dentists have. So I was like, yo, Mom, where's your, like, hook? I need to, like, scrape my teeth. And so she found it, and I was scraping where the buildup was, and I thought I chipped some of my tooth away. Like, I was like, oh, Mom! Which I felt like I was 12 years old again. And I was just like, I chipped my tooth! And I was freaking out, and I was like, does it look like there's a hole in my tooth? And she was like, I don't know. But then I scraped, like, a little more. And one, I feel like dentists would not have those tools if, like, just a little scrape took away your tooth, unless your just teeth are decaying that much and are that weak. But I was like, oh, there was just that much buildup. It literally filled the gap between my teeth. Which, like, sounds really gross. And it probably is. But it's like, my little bottom baby teeth, like, the gaps aren't that big. I've just been eating a lot of ice cream. And yes, I floss, but that buildup is like, I don't know what it is. Calcium? I'm not a scientist. But, like, it's hard stuff. Like, you can't get that with just, like, a flosser. Okay? You know what I mean? But that was very frightening. I really thought I chipped a hole in my tooth. And I was like, wow, I don't remember how big the gap was in between my bottom teeth. And now I just keep, like, running my tongue over it. I'm like, huh. A whole new... I really thought about being a jingle writer. This is going on a complete side note, but me doing that, I was telling my friend yesterday, I was like, I think I can write jingles. I don't think I can write songs. I can write some cute poems now and time again. But, like, I love coming up with little, like, cute catchphrases and songs. I guess that would be kind of, like, marketing. I don't really know. Does anyone know what they're doing with their life? You know, I was kind of feeling like, what am I doing? And then I was talking to one of my friends the other day who's also graduated, and he was like, I'm just kind of chilling too. And I was like, that's nice. Like, it's nice to talk to people and know that, like, you're not the only one with that struggle. You're not the only one being like, what am I doing? Where am I going? I want to do this, this, and this, but I need to move here or get that money or, like, what, you know what I mean? But I think you should just start. Like, with this podcast, my boyfriend was like, well, don't you want to kind of, like, perfect it more before you post? And I was like, no. Like, I would rather look like an idiot. No, not like an idiot. But I would rather, like, see people who watch this, like, see me grow as I go along and see myself grow. And I think the most important thing to do in life is to start. Like, whatever you want to do, whatever you're thinking about doing, just do it and see what happens. See where the chips fall. Leap, and the net will appear. As in, like, if you take a risk, you'll probably be rewarded. You know? The future favors the bold, and all those nice cliches that I have written in my journal somewhere. Okay? Like, you just gotta fucking do it. And so I finally fucking did it. So, here we are. Also, when I was setting up today, a nut? Isn't this what this is called? I'm so smart. I'm so fucking know so much about. Can this focus? Is this what it's called? A nut? A noob? Whatever the hell this is. Just fell out of my tripod bag. I was like, where the fuck does this go? And I try to find where it goes on my tripod. One of my, like, screwy things fell out, and I tried to put it on, and it didn't really seem like it worked. So I don't know where the fuck this goes. So hopefully something doesn't fall apart while I'm filming this podcast. But, I don't know. Have you seen those TikToks where, like, people are talking, and it's like, my girlfriend talking about it, my mind when my girlfriend's talking about astrology, and it's like, Reese's Puffs, peanut butter chocolate flavor. It's like me when, like, a man is talking about fixing something. Or a woman, I guess. But, you know, usually it's a man trying to mansplain. But it's literally my brain going, Reese's Puffs, peanut butter chocolate flavor. Anyways. I'm not gonna force anything to talk about things. You should never force anything in life, baby. If it's meant to happen, it will be. Okay? Remember that. So I think I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in to the second episode of Brave or Insane with me, Allie Sroka. Oh, my laptop's gonna overheat again. Okay, so let's wrap this up because I was going to anyways. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye! Reese's Puff, peanut butter chocolate flavor. Reese's Puff, peanut butter chocolate flavor. Double time. Okay, I'm really gonna go. Bye.